when little things happen, like little changes happen, like the orientation of the room changes, and it completely confuses me and puts me into a completely different space, I realize how sensitive I am to change. The past couple weeks have been very weird and challenging and interesting because of, you know, when you're playing a game and you're in the game and everyone's having fun and then you get like socked by the ball and you're winded and you're like, whoa, this is not a game, this actually really hurts and is very, very difficult. I need someone to come on the sidelines with me and step out of the game with me for a minute. And it's weird to feel that and then see the game still going on. It's a really jarring feeling. And when the Jewish massacre occurred a couple weeks ago, it felt like that. It felt like for a moment there was like a tear in this really fun game I'd been playing, like of manifesting and meeting people and making things and casting spells and making intentions and watching things grow and meeting new people and having more fun and having more fun and having more fun and having more fun. And then it was like, whoa, this isn't a game anymore. This doesn't feel like a game anymore. Or something. It was like, whoa, there's this deeper game and it's really, and asking people to step on the sidelines with me for a second and be like, can we just take a breather for a second from this game? Can we just stop playing for like 30 seconds? And I resent the noise in the background, but anyway. So reaching out and asking people to take a breather with me has been more difficult than I thought it would be. And I had wanted more people to show up, and it's a process that my body is going through. Anyway, so as much as possible, I want to figure out how to play and also be aware of the tears and somehow play with them, that they're part of this too. They're part of this. The tears are as much of the game as everything else. Okay, I'll just cue you, but not yet. Okay. I realized that for the work we do here, I could show up silent and that work would still happen. I don't need to say anything and that work would still happen. Okay. I do like a little scratch. Okay. You can make it louder. He's great. Okay. A barren fruit tree, a didactic thistle, the way my stomach fills with pine needles, the way I invent fences and then stay within them, the way I convince a miracle it's a coincidence until it goes away. Drop down fruits, drop double down. We each have no idea what the other is going through. The least we can do is figure out what we're going through. Or under or over, a game of limbo that started at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday in the 2nd grade and never ended. This mouth whooshes into cryptic code and asks you to please break it open, which is to say, please receive it. Together we can detonate this puppy or neutralize it. A witch said, quit giving your power away, as she gnashed down on a power bar and hit the power play and dug a power grave for her powder cat. Miraculously, the doctor told me to get lost, and I did, but what I didn't know was that I'd come up green. I'd come up ingrained, a granary. Herb's gonna get us all drunk, gonna bring us to our knees, gonna make us remember the party we'd been begging for. My last lover said he'd make a beggar out of me, so I hit pause and wrapped my being around the warped electricity I built in the dark. Dracula gets hooked on mangoes. Those you wanted to show up didn't. The plunger quits at the worst times. Here's a spell. To all those I ever gave my power to, I retrieve it back. To all those I ever loosely knocked into, anticipating a rescue mission out of a hand gliding contest, I retract my expectations. To all those I would stay beneath water to cautiously benefit, I come up a lily on the pond. To all those I intentionally behaved for, or intentionally misbehaved for, and to the soccer moms who wouldn't hang out with my mom. We're coming up roses, we're coming up roses, we're taking our chests back, we're giving away our love, our scent, our stillness, our infinite fidelity to life. We're rescinding the power we sent you by mail, we're inviting you to dislike us, to spit on our graves, and you're welcome to the tea served at our service after. Spend one night in a maiden's bunk bed and you'll get the whole guilt thing. The moment I quit living in comparisons was the moment I touched that fidelity. May we live in that fidelity. May we live.